we are going to venture forth in the castle to see what we can do. And there's horses. Sparkle arrow. Okay, don't run up to a horse is my advice. Before we go upstairs, there's a couple of items here that we need to acquire.
Ouch! Phew!
Stardust there. I don't think there's Stardust here. What is this place? It's a pompous place. Yeah, so this is considered the first floor. And that sound that we're hearing is from right here. So, Rabbit, nice to see you. Back safe. King Alvin will be happy to meet with you. Well, they're training. So we're gonna go up to the second floor. Pretty much, you can talk to a lot of non-playable characters here, and you'll see that they're all very happy that Lavitz is safe. But before we do anything, so that we could get one of the last Stardust available, is we're gonna go down some steps into the belly where we saw that boat in the last video. So we're gonna click this, and we open the gates. We opened the gates. So we're gonna climb up here. Now, venturing through the castle, there's nothing in this room here. You can't access that room over there with the ladder. But there is a box. It's a lot of gold here in Bale. So this is the second floor. Now we need to acquire a way to go to the third floor. We are at the third floor. Now all the knights pretty much are happy as shit that Lavitz didn't get killed. Like they were, like, I don't know if he's a good knight or a bad knight, but from the way I am hearing it, it's as if they expected him to not make it. But he is a good knight, so he can make it. Now this here, the spiral here, we're gonna see where it leads. Uh-oh. Flick of the wrist. And you can go down here and get into that room on the second floor that we couldn't. There's a lot of tricks and turns here. There's not that many items you can find in boxes in this town. Some towns in this world you'll acquire a lot of rare items. This one not so much. So we're pretty much done with the item hunt, and we need to go and see King Albert. And this is the way to do it. You're gonna climb up here. There's gonna be a lot of voice acting people, so bear with me. I'm the head of the first knighthood, Lavitz Lambert. I'm back from the field. Oh, Lavitz, I was feeling uneasy because I heard you were missing. Oh, please make yourselves comfortable, everyone. Your Majesty, it's more than I deserve.
Ha ha ha! It was true. His Majesty was so dismayed that he couldn't see to his affairs of state.
Oh, Noish, please don't tease me. Lavitz is a friend from my childhood as well as a master of martial arts. Anyway, where have you been? After my first knighthood was wiped out, I was captured by Sandor and held against my will in Helena prison. So basically the vibe here is that they've been longtime friends. What? In Helena? However, thanks to the act of this young man, I managed to break out. Let me introduce these people to you. Dodge and Shauna, they are from Sales. I thank you for saving Lavitz. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In gratitude for this, tell me if you need anything. Oh shit, here comes Dart. I have a favor to ask. Is it possible to take care of Shauna in this castle?
What?
It seems Imperial Sandor attacked Sales to take Shauna away, so they could go after Shauna anytime. And when I think of it...
Is that the reason you brought me here?
Shauna...
I can walk next to Dart. I have been working towards that. There is nothing we can do about the time we were apart, but I want to be with you forever.
She's got feelings. Unfortunately, you cannot leave her here. Imperial Sandor obtained the force called the Dragon and went on the offensive. We are holding the battle line in Hoax, but if the Dragon can fly at low altitudes and directly attack the castle, we cannot defend it even with the high ramparts. There is no place safe in Siderio now. Damn. Besides, you do know how she feels about you, don't you? That's funny as shit. Shauna, it may be even more dangerous from now on.
I don't mind as long as I can be with you, Dart.
She does like him. Well, I take back the request, but one more thing. I would like to ask a question to Minister Noish. Ask me anything, son. My head is filled with all the legends and history of the continent of Endonis. I was on a journey to pursue the Black Monster. The Black Monster. The monster that attacked me 18 years ago. The only thing I know is that he deprived me of my parents and my hometown. You were a victim of the devil.
I want to hear everything. Please tell me about it.
There is hardly any information left. Everything that was related to him was reduced to ashes. The only thing I know is the Black Monster is called the devil that disobeyed the great existence, and is also known for devouring the god. Devouring the god? Yes, and surprisingly, it shows up in history beginning 11,000 years ago. 11,000 years ago is the time the Dragon campaign ended. You're exactly right, Your Majesty. Instead, I will tell you the story of the Dragon campaign. And here goes an FMV.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
A lot of information to intake here. A lot. The Black Monster appeared after the Dragon campaign?
Excuse me, sir. It's time for the war meeting.
I see. Tell them we will come soon. Dart, Shauna, this war will be a particularly harsh one for those who no longer have a home to return to. The castle is very quiet now. It is the best place to think about your future.
But this is our first time in a castle.
Well, there is a place with a great view next to this room. Go enjoy yourself.
The view from the castle? I see. Please excuse me.
She's so hasty. Please excuse me too. Okay, so basically Dart was a dick and asked if they could watch over Shauna, took it back, asked about his revenge quest like he told everybody he would, and now he is basically trying to figure stuff out. It is totally uncalled for. Of course, if Shauna had a crush on him, you know, I'd stay, right? No. From here, we can see all of Basel. Might we even be able to see Sales?
Sales is over the mountain. Besides, we cannot see it anyway because we are so far. I hope everybody is safe.
I'm sure they are okay. Yes, they are. According to the brief by my aide, most of the people in the village are safe.
Really? I'm relieved to hear that.
But it will take time to rebuild the village.
Still good. I can meet everybody again.
But we have bad news. Sandor is now readying itself to attack us. They are planning to use the dragon for the offensive on Hoax.
A dragon? If they release that monster in the battle, it will be total genocide.
Our role as the knighthood is to stop it. I am headed to Hoax now. Maintaining the battle line will determine the future of the Basil. Oh boy.
I have only lived for myself. I believed it was something I had to complete by myself, even if I had to leave Shauna and the people of the village behind. But when I came back, look at this. I almost lost my hometown again. Lavitz, I am going to Hoax with you. I don't want to see any more senseless bloodshed.
What about the black monster?
We have to end the war first. Once Dart makes up his mind, he never changes it. Of course, I am going too. I cannot stand the war